"She was seen near the well the day before the boy fell sick," one woman whispered, clutching her shawl tightly as if to shield herself from her own words, and another replied, "I saw her standing by the path at dusk, just watching, not speaking, just watching." And soon the murmurs wove themselves into a single, dangerous conclusion that none of them wanted to say aloud, but all of them believed. The gathering under the old mavule tree that evening carried a weight that pressed heavily on every shoulder present. As the men stood in a tight circle and the women hovered just behind them, their faces tense, their eyes sharp with fear and anger. One of the elders cleared his throat and spoke slowly, choosing each word as though it might decide the fate of more than just one person, saying, "This is not the kind of sickness that comes from the body. This is something that is being done, something that is being taken from us." And another man, his voice shaking with restrained fury, added, "Our children are dying, and we are standing here talking while she sits there as if nothing is happening." There was no formal trial, no careful weighing of evidence, because fear had already tipped the scale beyond balance, and when someone finally said, "Then we must end it," the words did not shock the group as much as they should have. They simply settled into the space like something that had been waiting to be spoken. When they walked toward Namboga's hut, they did so in silence, not out of calm, but because there is a certain kind of fear that steals even the comfort of noise. And when they arrived, they found her seated outside, as though she had been expecting them all along. She looked at each of them in turn, her gaze steady and unreadable, and said in a voice so calm it unsettled them more than anger ever could, "It took you longer than I thought it would," which caused a ripple of unease to pass through the group before one man stepped forward and said, "You have been taking our children, we know it, and it ends today." To which she responded with a faint, almost curious smile and asked, "If I truly had that power, do you think I would still be sitting here among you, waiting?" Her answer did nothing to calm them, because it was not the words that frightened them. It was the way her eyes seemed to hold something deeper, something that did not match the simplicity of her voice. And so the decision was made not through logic, but through the overwhelming need to act before more was lost. "She must be buried," someone said, and another voice, colder, more certain, added, "Alive, so whatever is in her cannot escape." And though the word alive hung heavily in the air, thick with a kind of dread that should have stopped them, no one spoke against it.